this vlog is more about this bathroom that I am into. This is the master, I like to call it actually master bedroom, master bathroom. So this is the shower bathroom. I'm planning to actually, let me put this microphone another way because it kind of bothers me. With this top it's not clear where to put the microphone. I'm going to test this beautiful antique, golden antique brass paint, and I'm going actually to paint the shower. But what I mean, I really want to paint these silver chrome like finishes because it feels to me too cold to have this silver. We don't have any natural light here. We have these like AF bright lights, ceiling lights. Basically it feels like I am in a hospital room or something like that. Plus I decided to add this color on the walls, which is that butter yellow, and in other conditions it might like have been great if it was like a kitchen with plenty of natural light, or sometimes even a living room or an office. It really depends what you are into. But whenever it's a small space and a dark place, I mean you just have the artificial light, the light colors, I'm not into them at all. I prefer something darker, or if I have to have light color in a room like that, then I prefer to have texture, and this is what I'm going for in this room. Here is my equipment, some brushes. This I was planning maybe to use like a bronze paint and a black paint in case I was more going for a black finish, but then I decided that a bright bathroom and black finishes, maybe it's not the best idea. Too contrasting, that's what I mean, and I prefer when there is a more smooth transition in colors. For example, I have already DIY'd actually these antique golden towel bars, and I actually mix the colors myself. I have created an Instagram and TikTok post about that. Basically, I painted everything with acrylic paint and I covered it with a top coat. So I prefer a smoother transition, and if I'm going to have, let's say, that white paste on the walls, the texture, and I'm going to have this gold, it seems to be better and less contrasting rather than having black towel bars. So I'm taking a thinner brush just to test how it will look like, because it may be just a like silly idea and maybe we will just go home. I wonder how long it will take actually to cover this. Well, definitely the first coat will not be great and I'll have to wait and cover it again, definitely. Okay, I'm taking actually like a bigger brush because this one will take me forever. So I'm taking this brush over here and it's already much better. Also, I believe that I could use a sponge, and maybe that would be also a good idea, but maybe the sponge absorbs also paint color, and plus I don't have like a extra sponge right now to work with. And I like how this brush just applies the color very, like, I would say it covers like a bigger area. So I'm just doing this very light brush strokes. I don't want to overdo it because I'm going to reapply another coat. That's why I'm just doing like a light strokes over here. And definitely, if you are repeating the same at home, definitely try to go towards one direction. Don't do weird things like all over the place. Just apply it smoothly towards like one direction. Definitely you could use like a tape over here to protect the area so you don't just paint it the glass. Also, I could do that too, but I just prefer to be extra careful rather than wasting time and applying the tape. Yeah, I could just apply then the brush strokes more carelessly, but I don't know, I prefer to work carefully from the beginning. That's my like go-to whenever I paint the walls, whenever I create like new artwork, or whenever I DIY like different stuff at home. I just like to be extra careful. It gives me, I don't know, it improves my patience levels, and it just calms me down actually. I love when I have a brush in my hand. It really calms me down, and it's almost like a meditative process. So I put some water in this container because actually whenever you're painting with acrylic paints especially, you need that water to dissolve a little bit the color if it's too thick, or if you need to take a break. Never leave a brush covered in paint. Never leave a roller for painting the walls covered in paint, because when you come back it's going to be dry and impossible to use after. So really, if you need to take a break, just put it in the water, wash it, and leave it to dry, and it's going to be much better. So just in case I'm having a water here, in case I need to stop, and I will continue definitely right now. I like it. I'm not sure when I'm saying it because it's still the first color, but compared to what I did on the towel bars and looking at this, it looks almost the same. The towel bars are slightly warmer in the toning than this one, but it doesn't matter. I like how it looks. To show you how the first layer looks. Let's start first with the faucet. Yes, of course I painted the faucet. If you believe that that was a bad idea, let me know in the comments, but I decided to go for it because I don't have anything to lose, right? I looked at the prices of the faucets and they're not crazy expensive. I can find something under $100, maybe even under $50. Again, depends on the faucet, but when we are talking about antique brass finish, it's always more expensive. And it's not even that was the problem. The problem was the plumbing. I would need to hire a plumber to install the new faucet, and I'm like, I know the prices of the plumbers here. We had a recent incident that we had to talk with the plumber, and I was shocked with the prices. So I would definitely like to maybe avoid this if I don't really need it. It's not an emergency or anything, that's why I decided to go DIY. Here we go. I will cover the faucet with this glossy finish. This is actually water resistant, and I believe it will work. And I want to show you real quick the shower door. Again, this is the first hand, and as you see, of course it's not perfect, but already I don't see that bright chrome silver finish, and I'm already happy by this. Definitely will reapply the second coat, and I will paint the other part of the door, like from the inside, I believe tomorrow. Now I'm going to be that crazy woman who goes around the house and paints whatever she feels like. Now I'm going to paint also the doorknobs, and I'm going to start with that doorknob that I'm looking right now. That's my poor work from the previous painting job. Please don't judge me here because I was running out of golden paint, and now I have it, and I'm going to paint it over. So I'm doing the same thing, just applying some of the paint on top. This doorknob was already golden, but it was too shiny, That's why I didn't like it. And we have other doorknobs that are either like matte, silver finish or golden, but too shiny. And I just want everything to be the same color, but you know, something more classic, something, you know, more quiet. So the dark gold, the dirty gold, let's say dirty, or let's call it antique gold, I don't know, it tells you that you have money, but it's not like fresh money. You don't try to make a point. You just embrace the fact that you do well, and you don't need to become like a show off. Basically, that's what the tone of gold actually says about you. Always subconsciously, whenever you have a guest at your house, they subconsciously notice like stuff, and they have a certain feeling about your house. And always pay attention what your guests say about your home, how often they actually want to come back. But I believe when people love your house, they always say that to you. Definitely the shiny finishes were popular back in time, and maybe it said something about the homeowners. It was trending at some point, and decorators were suggesting these type of finishes. I think right now people prefer the old stuff. I believe currently the trend is more to collect, to preserve, to be careful with things. People really like antique or just second-hand, and there is some type of, I don't know, caring. It's a skill actually to care about people, about others' emotions, about things, and it's so important. There is so much over consumerism these days, and people just are tired, I believe, of mostly tired from themselves because they keep buying and buying and buying, and it's important just to slow down a little, do something by yourself, like DIY something, and you will already see that the value of the thing that you DIY'd is bigger than if you just like bought it, let's say.
Real bad girl, ma get nasty. I do whatever I want just because I'm bossy. Yes, I'm the one in charge. Never get my pums and him still fall in love. Yes, and not anybody can touch this. Baby, I am not a hoe. Rice and peas, body hotter than jollof. I feel big at taste anyway, yes, in my past.
And if you hear this song, then go on, bend your back. Go on, bend your knees, baby, shake it.
This is the most maybe complicated part. It's difficult to actually apply that acrylic paste around this. Even if you were painting, it would be complicated, so it's always better to actually remove this. Actually, I will turn off the light just in case. I'm not doing anything electrical, I'm just removing that plastic part, and still it's a better idea to turn off the light. Okay, I applied real quick around the electrical switch the paste, and I will wait just a little bit until it dries off, just in order, so this plastic, not plastic actually, it's metal, so in order that metal thing doesn't like stick to it forever and then I will apply it back. I am using a fan to help air out the smell from the bathroom, because that paste actually leaves a smell, but it's temporarily, it's for several hours, and then I suppose you just get used to it. No, I'm kidding. It's just, it fades away, but the problem is that the bathroom doesn't have a window. That's why I can't really, I don't have any other choice, I mean. So this is the progress. What they have left is that section over there, that corner. And I did most of the ceiling, which is the most like challenging thing. I will continue the ceiling until like the end, where is the shower, and I will also do this corner over there. And I decided to leave alone this wall, And I don't know yet if I want to leave it this yellow and just have also this yellow popping up from the texture. I will give it a thought. Or I can just later cover it with one single color, both the ceiling and the walls. I just haven't decided what could go here. I definitely don't want anything bright. I think I would prefer something maybe pale, maybe like a darker beige, camel, maybe something like that, walnut, but not too dark, I think. We have new packages to unpack. I was waiting to unpack these two items with you in this video. They arrived like a couple of days ago and I was so excited to actually open them. Both of them are for home renovation or home renovation or decoration purposes. So this little thing is for home renovation. You can't tell what is that just yet. So this is a paint, but it's a special paint because it imitates actually gold, but antique gold. And if I'm correct, this little bucket of, why I called it bucket, this little, what is this? So it's metallic acrylic paint, but it imitates antique brass or antique gold, and I am going to use it mostly for doorknobs, for the bathroom accessories. I will try to paint the faucet and we will see how it will go. I hope that maybe it will work and maybe I will paint something else also. But this is the paint over here, and you see how dark it is, and it's visible that it has some black in it already, and I thought it would be easier just to get a ready paint rather than mix different colors together. The next box will be more complicated maybe to make it obvious what it is, but I will try. Let me first just open it real quick. It's for the bathroom, and this is more of a decorative object. Decorative and useful, definitely, and I really hope that it will make sense in our small little master bathroom. Come on, open! I didn't really want to destroy the box, but it happened again. So as you see, it has different metallic parts. It will require a quick assembly, and I'm trying to see if I can find like a picture of it so you can understand what it is. So this is this shelving like thing. It's more for storage for actually towels for the bathroom, and I'm planning actually to put it above the toilet because there is like an empty wall space over there that I was thinking what to do with it. And after I finish the bathroom renovation, I will put it all together and try it on the wall. it was easier actually than I thought and much faster than I expected. So basically here is the towel shelf, towel rug. It's smaller than I expected it, but to be honest, I am not disappointed because the space is limited in this bathroom, and if it was bigger, I think it would be too much. So basically, let me actually put the wide lens so you maybe have like a better angle. Okay. Basically, this is considered to be like shelf space for towels, but this is so small. Look at these tiny shelves, like here is my hand and here is the shelf. I suppose like you can store maybe, I don't know, maybe face towels, maybe, I don't know, guest towels, or maybe one towel will fit here. Actually, let me test it. I'm having right now a body towel, and I will just make a roll out of the towel because this is how it was presented on the website, and I suppose it can fit. Well, yes, it actually can fit. Okay, think of it like folded in a better way than it is right now, but yes, it makes sense. Everything fits. I think that I could fit another one on top of this one. That's how it was presented, and probably here will fit 2 more towels. To be honest, I actually would prefer to use these shelves for something else. Maybe to have 1 towel over there, but here maybe it's a good idea to put, I don't know, a candle. Not that I'm going to light the candle in the bathroom because this is the shower area. It's not like the bathtub area, so I don't see the point of having candles when you're taking a shower, but I just like it that it can be used as decorative object, or maybe something like that. Maybe both of them look fine over there. I don't like to overwhelm the shelving area with too many objects. Like I wouldn't like to have my creams here or other type of cosmetics. I think I would still prefer to keep it more minimal, and I'm not sure about the black color. I understand I bought it black and there was no other color alternative, but I can always paint it. You know me, when it comes to like take a brush in my hand, I never say no. So I definitely can paint this. This is metal, but an acrylic color will work just fine. But I love the hood. I love the dark color of the hood. I would like keep the hood as it is. What do you think about that new towel shelf or rug? My goal was actually to achieve like a Mediterranean feeling, and that's why I was aiming for white, to leave that white texture on the walls and maybe just cover the walls with extra white color. So I'll have to give it like a thought. Until the end of this video you will see just how I applied the texture and painted the faucet and some other also accessories here in the bathroom. But you know, it's an ongoing process. Sometimes it can't be done within 1 day, and sometimes you just have to be patient. And of course I appreciate the fact that you're watching and that you're curious in my decorations, really rookie renovations. It's something that gives me so much joy lately that I simply cannot like not do it, if it makes sense. So guys, I will say you a goodbye here. I am ending the video where I started it, but I will give you some extra like footages, some extra moments in this video, so don't go away, please. As usual, you can write down in the comments your questions about anything you want, and we are going to reply to them. I am going to reply to them in the next video. Until then, see you soon.